What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Football Diary, talking current football. And in today's video, we're doing another matchup of the week, the game of the week. And we don't like, one of our goals with this isn't to talk about the same game that we think everybody else is going to talk about. And we like to find the game that maybe people aren't expecting. Sometimes it may be like pretty obvious. I think this week, I think a lot of people are excited to watch this game. Sometimes it'll be games like we did like Panthers Saints. We felt like that would be a really good game to watch. And I watched the game. I actually thought it was a really good game. Yes, the score did not depict, hey, it wasn't that far, but it was actually a very close game in terms of how it went, but very defensive game. But in this week, we're talking about Monday Night Football because we feel like the undefeated Las Vegas Raiders against the, I don't even know what to call them, the Chargers that upset the Chiefs last week. They're riding high. Division rivalry. Winner of this game will be leading the division, most likely. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to speak too soon on that, as a Ravens fan playing against the Denver Broncos, who are undefeated this week. We'll see who's actually winning the division by the end of this week, but it does have major divisional implications because every team is trying to stay as far ahead of the Chiefs as possible. And I think it's just a really good matchup to watch. So, Matt, what are you looking forward to most in this game?
I think just having a fun division rival game on Monday Night Football. Now, last week we had, was it Eagles Cowboys? Sucked. I'm sorry, it sucked. This game is two teams that are, I would say they're both overperforming right now. I don't think the Chargers are necessarily by record, but by beating the Chiefs, like it puts them like, hey, that's off to a great start, one that we weren't really expecting. We didn't expect you to win that game. For the Raiders, starting off 3-0 is huge for them. We've seen how much they've struggled under John Gruden, so they're off to a very hot start, and especially Derek Carr as well. Henry Ruggs has looked pretty good. Brian Edwards has looked pretty good. Like, they're looking a lot better than I think a lot of people did, especially on offense. And then defensively, the addition of Yannick Ngakoue, I've seen Denzel Perriman fly around a lot for them. Casey Hayward, another addition there. They look a little bit like they look pretty good. And I think the jury's still out on their defense. I don't necessarily love their personnel, but they've definitely improved. And with the way that their offense is played, they've been winning football games. They've been looking good. So you got to give them credit for that. For the Chargers, I'm also kind of same way. Like, I think they have a couple just monsters on defense, and Joey Bosa and Derwin James. But then offensively, you've seen two wide receivers absolutely dominate with a quarterback who is one of the best young and upcoming quarterbacks in the league. So two very, very exciting teams, and one of them is going to get brought into just have a huge momentum right now. If the Chargers win, they're going to have a ton of momentum, potentially being in first place if the Broncos lose. But either way, coming off of two really big wins, one of them just being a primetime game, the other one being against the Chiefs, who they're the team. They're still the team to beat in the NFL. Then the Raiders, they'd be 4-0 if they won this game. So this is a massive game, and it's Monday Night Football. It's going to actually be a good game. Tonight, we're recording this on Thursday. We're not really getting to watch a too exciting game in Jaguars Bengals. So I love when there's good, fun primetime games. Don't like when they're over in the second quarter. I think this is one where we're going to see a really good game. And last year, when we saw these two teams meet up late in the season, when it wasn't like they were, I didn't think either of them were going to make the playoffs. I know the Raiders were still in contention, but it was a great game then. So this is going to be a really, really exciting one.
Yeah, I just want it to be known that I'm expecting a really good game tonight between the Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, so whenever you guys are watching this, I think it'll be either Friday or Saturday. I don't know which one's coming out Friday, which one's coming out Saturday. Hopefully it was a great game. But yeah, just looking at this Raiders team, I think one of the biggest questions is still, are they legit? And playing against the Chargers, I feel like is a good test for them. I feel like if they're able to beat the Chargers, who I think are I don't want to say that they're like an elite team, but I think they're a really solid team that has a lot of potential and explosiveness to them, with Herbert and the playmakers that they have on defense. But, the Raiders, they go out and they beat the Ravens, and that is a great win. I don't want to take anything away from that win, but in that game, the Ravens didn't run their offense properly because they couldn't. They didn't have the personnel to actually be able to run their offense. They ran no read option in that game, and it really took away from that. Then they played the Steelers, who we're coming off a win against the Bills, and everybody was like, okay, the Steelers are legit. We're sitting here going into week 4 like, the Steelers kind of suck. What's going on with the Steelers? And so that's not as impressive of a win. It's still a win nonetheless. You only get to play the teams that you get to play. And then they go against the Dolphins, and it was a tough win, but 2 overtime victories. Yes, they got the win, but when you have a team that, wants to be contending for the playoff spot, and I think the Raiders probably want to go farther than that, get a win in the playoffs or something like that, you got to be able to beat teams that you should beat, and they should have beaten the Dolphins by a lot more than they did. But I do have to give them, at the same time, they've been missing Josh Jacobs. So, he could potentially be coming back this week. He may not be fully healthy and things like that. So we may see a little bit of Kenyon Drake still a lot in that offense. But once he gets back, that could really help their offense. And then for the Chargers, I just think that this is another moment for them to go out there and really prove that I'm a big believer in this Chargers team. The issue has always been the coaching for me. Can they get Herbert to hold on to leads? Can they get this team to hold on to leads? And the coaching this year, I want to say it has improved, in my opinion. I feel like other than – actually, never mind. I don't want to say they improved. They almost blew that Chiefs game. That was one of the most poorly coached endings of a game I've ever seen. I don't know why they went for the touchdown when they could have literally gone for the field goal with no time left.
Because they were confident.
That
was a let Herbert go do his thing. Keep it in your quarterback's hands. Aaron Rodgers was watching that game just pissed off.
I guess so, but it was literally unnecessary that they did that. They could have run the clock down to 0 time left. I did think going forward on 4th and 10 though was smart. I thought that was amazing. I really liked trusting Herbert there. I felt like when they got to the red zone though, they should have just run out the clock. But you know what? I'm not a coach in the NFL. I do think it's still improved from Anthony Lynn significantly. Any coach will do that for you. But overall, I just think that getting to see another week of a healthy Chargers team with Joey and with Derwin is really going to prove wonders for this team, because they, even though they're monster players, they've been beasts for years. It's like, how many games have Joey and Derwin both been on the same field for since they've been in the NFL? It's probably less than 10, which is crazy. But that is one of the best defensive duos in the NFL, but they just haven't gotten that opportunity to play with each other. And I just think that one of these days we are going to see a game from both of them where they just absolutely take over. And there's a chance this weekend or this Monday night. And I'm very excited to watch. I love watching Herbert. He's one of my favorite players in the league to watch. I've got a Herbert jersey in the background. I guess you guys can't see it. I don't know. It's hidden behind the Jerry Rice cake. But yeah, overall, very excited for this game. Hopefully my fantasy team's able to beat Matt's team, because my team is half Chargers players. I've got Herbert, Allen, and Eckler. So that's what I'm looking for in that game. Big game from all those guys. But it does have a lot of implications on this division and in the playoff race in the AFC.
All right, so I want to talk about who I kind of got winning this one. So you're looking at this game, you're looking at this matchup. I think the Raiders defense has overperformed, especially in the secondary. And I think the Chargers are going to play really, really well against them in that department. I am probably going to lean Chargers winning this game by 1 possession. I think it'll be a pretty high-scoring game. Let's say 34 to 30. That's my score. 34 to 30. I think it's going to be tight.
34 to 30. That's not bad. In my opinion, I think it's going to be I think 34 to 30 is a pretty good score prediction. I'm going to go with 38 to 31. That was weird noise right there. I don't know what that was, but I do think it will be a little bit farther apart than a 38 to 31. I think the Chargers will win this. I don't want to say convincingly, but I think it'll be one of those. Raiders scored the final touchdown to put them down 7 with 5 minutes left. Chargers were able to ice the game. I think it'll be that type of situation, or maybe it's 35 and they kick a field goal with a minute left and they're not able to get it done. So I think it'll be a good game, very entertaining, very excited. But I do think the Chargers pull this one out. Hopefully that's not being Chargers fan biased. I'm not a true Chargers fan, but I do like watching the Chargers, like a lot of their players. But yeah, let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think. If you guys think there are any key matchups, any games that you are looking forward to next week and things like that. But thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe for more football content. We'll see all of you again next time.